fifth, fourth, third, neutral. Put the signal on. First, second, third, signal, stay in third, go down to second when we really slow down here. Alright, that's good. We're getting the hang of it. I'm getting the hang of it. I cannot open my windows because the tint has just been done. I wanted to show you my virtual cockpit here, whatever they call it, the digital display. Isn't it something to behold? It's really nice. I have my driver assists on, so it's kind of like your safety things. Oh, this is a terrible crossing here. I'm gonna go real slow. It's like going over like the Rock of Gibraltar or something. Oh, hey, why do they make stuff like that? Just to tear up your car, I think. People delighted. And I'm going to show you the cool thing. When you got the performance screen on over here, you got your PSI. I put the oil temperature up there. Why is this light still red? What the hell is wrong with this light? It's red going that way and it's red going this way. Who would be going? It's red both ways. We're all just standing here like a jackass. Anyway. Okay, there's third. I'm not even pushing it. We're doing like 15 pounds of boost. Okay. Yeah, that's my... You'll see when I put my hand up to it, it affects it. See how it does that? And you can actually change the dials, so I can go like that. I can put the kilowatts. Is that... What the hell is that? Electricity flowing? I don't know what kW is. Is that like European? Does that mean how much electricity is flowing? Is that horsepower? Would kW be horsepower? I don't know. I think it's something to do with electricity. Then you can see the G-force there on the far right. That's what the G's are over there. So actually I can film and I can still do what I'm doing, man. I'm ambidextrous. But I love this virtual dashboard, man. I think it's awesome. I thought only supercars had this, to be honest with you. That's another reason. I was thinking too, perhaps this will be the last great Golf R. Who knows what they'll do? They're going to want to put electric engines into things. They're going to water down this model, man. This might be the last of the great ICE cars. This is called an ICE car. Do you know what it means? ICE, internal combustion engine. Guess when I bought my ICE car on Earth Day? I bought this on Wednesday, man. Earth Day. I bought a Golf R. Now here's the ambient lighting, by the way. Look over here. Isn't that nice? It looks much prettier in person. It looks kind of pale on the computer. I think it can't capture the blue. It's really nice. There's blue highlights there. There's blue over here. You can also adjust the brightness of that. I lowered it a little bit. There's so many settings in here. I actually found out how to change the clock finally to 24 hours. Because I like to have the 24-hour clock. You can have different displays up here as well. It's showing my Galaxy Note 9 because once you hook up to it, it'll stay hooked up to it. What gear are we in? I'm in fourth. Oh man. Let's go to fifth. It kind of suggests what gear you should be in. Like it's saying I should be in sixth now. But don't be afraid of that. I think it just means for fuel efficiency. Because I'm not even pushing 2,000 RPMs. I mean, you don't need to shift at 2,000 RPM. But what I'm doing now is I'm not pushing the engine. This engine is spanking brand new, so all these parts are working against each other. And they're getting hot and they're breaking in. So I'm not going to go full speed. I'm not going to do hard accelerations. I'm not going to do anything crazy until there's 1,000 miles on this vehicle. And I did the same thing with my GTI Mark V, and look what it got me. I just went over 170K with my GTI, and it's never stranded me. I thought it was kind of cute. My car got a flat tire the day I bought this, by the way. I had to get my tire fixed, and it's never been... I just checked the air, and I hadn't lost air at all for the last 3 weeks. And then the day I bought this, I got in my car and it said low tire pressure. I was like jealous. I was like, hey man, don't forget about me. I think we're gonna go, let's do that. I guess it is a cop back there. Am I in first? You gotta kind of think of it as into your leg, I think. It's not up and down. Then it is kind of like straight back for 2. 3 is just up and a little over. And 4th is straight back. And then 5 would be, I don't think we need to be in 5 right now. I can pretend like I'm a British host, a British chappie. There's no better place than to be right here, in the cockpit of the Golf R. It's luxurious, full of leather, and no, it really is nice. The quality of the interior of this car is awesome. I can't tell you enough. I'm just going to put in my... This is probably going to turn red even. Good, that guy's going to I-4. Have fun. Have fun on rotten I-4. It's one of the worst roads you can drive on with a car. If you want to beat your car to hell, drive on I-4. You will need a new car in about 2 months. I stay off I-4 like it's the bubonic plague. There's so many potholes, so many uneven roads. They've been working on it for like 75 years and they've never finished it. And it doesn't look like there's ever going to be an end in sight. It's first gear. Oh man, how come it wants to go now all of a sudden? I think my car is waking up here, man. It wants to go a little faster. You know why? There's other cars around it. Is that me doing that or is that the car doing that? Oh man, my car wants to go now, man. It's seeing other cars. It's like, hey, we're not supposed to be the slow one. The other day, I'll be honest. I was going from the light. I left people so far behind they weren't even in the mirror anymore. I looked back, they were still at the light, and I could just see the light. And I said, I better not do that again. You're supposed to drive at varying speeds, so I don't want to go too fast. You know what else is cool? This car will drive itself. I was going across an intersection, and this the way they painted the lines, it kind of went cattywampus. It went across the lane at one point, then in the middle of the road, it like crookedly went to the right, then straightened back up. Do you know that my car swerved and kept in the line? It was faster than I could steer it. It went to the right and to the left again. I was like, what in the heck was that? So this car can steer itself, man. I've never had a car that will steer itself. I got no AC on right now. I'm sweating. Should I put it on? How do you put it on? Actually, I never used the AC. But in my old car, it just has like an on and off button. This has like a menu and shit. It's got auto and manual. What do you do to just press off? Yeah, now it's on. So you press off to turn it on. That's pretty cool. I'm doing a lot here, people. I hope you appreciate that. I'm driving with one hand, shifting with it, and also filming with this hand and grabbing the wheel at the same time. Feel your head, feed your head, zombie, 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 oh, 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 feed your head, feed. Now see, that would be terrible in my normal life. If I was broke in, I would never let a minivan pass me. That's against my religion. Minivans need to be passed. And they should be blocked. You should drive defensively in such a way that a minivan could never get the one up on you. You must not let it pass. You've got to be like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. You stand there and you say, you shall not pass. I'm okay. I'm back to normal now. I got to get over that because I have to go 1,000 miles, man. I got to go 1,000. This is the mode. I'm in actually race mode now. Race mode is really sport mode. But to be sounding a little more aggressive, they call it race. Sometimes. Okay, we'll give a little bit of beans. Third is in the middle. Watch the boost gauge. That was giving a little bit of gas. It's still not like, I'm not straining it. I'm not going flat out. And they say you should do it. You should go to different. I'm going to go into 5th gear. It says I should be in 6, so we'll just go to 6 as well. Okay. What other things can we do with this? There's the lap timer. I just changed it over. You could do a lap. And what else do we got? Performance monitor. What's really cool is you'll see it like fade away when you don't interact with it for a while. But then watch when I put my hand up. Well, let me turn. Let me make this S turn before I do that. Woohoo! It's one part of the S. And now the other part of the S. Woo! This is an S-hole. S-hole road! So this is actually a fun road to drive on. Alright, now watch when I put my hands close to it. Watch. See? It gets ready to interact. You can change those dials, because you see how those little arrows show up on the dials? I've chosen to do the kilowatt thing. I don't know what that... I got to look it up, man, in the book. This book, man, is thick. It's the thickest manual I've ever seen. They've got to give me a navigation chip because someone swiped it out of the car. I found out it's supposed to be inside the glove box. Somebody took it. I have a feeling it's one of the guys that worked there. He's like, hey, this is probably the latest navigation for the new year. He probably took it and put it in his car. I don't know. I'm kind of cynical that way. I think of stuff. Could be just honestly lost. But I got a great surprise in the back of the hatch, man. I haven't looked in the hatch until this morning. I had all kinds of goodies in there. I'll show you in another video. I have my netting in there, cargo net. I got the cargo box you can make. I got the special liner that works with that cargo box. I got a sunscreen, and I got the monster mats, man. The monster mats are awesome. I was thinking on getting them. I'm like, man, what? So they give that to Golf R owners. You get everything with your car, which is really, I felt special. I'm like, wow, they really took care of me, man. And they ordered for $170 out of their pocket. He showed me the invoice, so he ordered the new navigation for my car, and he's going to send it on Monday. He's probably come in by Monday. He said he'll send it. So I'll get it in the mail. They're a really cool dealership. Reeves Volkswagen, they're in Tampa. And quite frankly, they're also an APR licensed dealer. They told me they could have delivered this Golf R stage 1 at my house. But I decided, the better half of me decided to let the car break in first. Let it break in stock mode. And then we'll when it's got 1,000 miles on it, we'll put money aside. Really, I've got 6 months to not even have to pay for this car. So during this 6 months, I'm going to be saving money. And part of that could be just to get the cold air intake. Because from what I understand, the cold air intake is all I need. Ooh, I went down to second. I don't know if I needed to do that. The cold air intake is what I needed. And then once you get the cold air intake, you just get a reflash of your software. And I guess, depending on what software I use, supposedly I can have up to 370. Check my mail. Oh, see how my light does that when I turned? All right, let me put this is a cool thing. I got this parking brake here. I just go like this. You have your foot on the brake, and then you can actually get out of the car and it won't roll down the hill. And this other thing, auto hold, if you have it engaged, when you're on a hill, you'll let go, and usually a manual car will roll backwards. This car will not roll backwards. It'll just stay on just enough time for you to switch your foot from the brake to the gas. So it's about around 2 seconds, less than 2 seconds.